certainly did. We wait now for the ball to come back into play as we approach the 21-minute mark. Left unattended that time. He nearly slipped out of his hand, but now he's called play on, and rightly so too. It was a bad miss by Ezard. It hits the deck. Coming out to meet it is Madden. Good play by Madden as he puts Kennedy out of position. This allows Waterson to fire. It's a goal, but that goal should go to Madden. He did all the work, and Waterson kicked his second goal to give the Bombers the lead. 6 goals, 7:43 to Footscray, 5:8:38.
Yes, good shepherd by Simon Madden. Call was play on after the mark had rightfully been disallowed. You see a good bump. Let Waterson in. Kept Kennedy at bay. And he made no mistake. Waterson, 2 goals to him. 21.5 minutes gone. Second quarter. 43 plays 38. Essendon in the lead. Knocked down by Merritt. Picked up by Hawkins. Hawkins up to half forward, and Bandit takes the mark. Bandit's leading goal kicker for Footscray so far. Looks for Sewell. Sewell doesn't let him down. Sewell about 40 metres from goal.
Well, they're bouncing back each time, the Bulldogs. That's a different side that we've seen here for years, Pete, because when in the good old days, they used to throw the sponge and the other team would go away, but not today.
Sewell having a chance to bring up his first goal. Originally came from the west as a forward. Let's see what sort of a kick. It's not bad. It's a goal. And a very quick reply to Footscray, kicked by Jimmy Sewell, his first for the afternoon. Mickey Malthouse would be pleased with that. 6:8:44. Footscray, they lead Essendon by a point. What a game we've got here. Hawkins sharking the tap out from Roger Merritt. Up to Bandlet. Bandlet quick to get it to Sewell. Shows once again, Lou, the importance of getting the ball out of the centre.
That's right, Pete.
Coaches harp on. Probably the most important stat of the day, really. 22 3/4 minutes gone. It's Footscray by a point in the second quarter. Merritt again. Got into the stomach of his opponent with the knees or feet or whatever. And that is an offence against the rules. Purser, wobbly punt kick to half forward. Edmund and Fold, they both lose sight of the ball. It's picked up by Waterson. Back to centre field. Baxter and Watson. Oh, Purser copped the high one, just about threw that one out. The umpire says it is a free kick for a throw. Danaher to take the free kick. Danaher doesn't usually waste a kick. Kennedy and Madden. Oh, some nice soccer tactics by Hawkins. Could sign up for Manchester City with that display. Wallace on centre wing takes the mark. I've always liked the style of this fellow. Very stylish player. Chance to put Footscray into attack, which he does. Long kick up to half forward, trying to find Edmund. Knocked away by Gary Fold. Edmund again. Walsh right on his hammer. The ball could be out of bounds. It is. It will be thrown in right half forward flank for Footscray.
And we're just on the 24-minute mark, and the Bulldogs in front by a point. 44 plays 43. Knocked out by Sewell. A fumble that time by Bahajar. Picked up there by Williams. Williams boots it back towards the wing position. Danaher over the top of the pack. Finally forced out of bounds on the centre wing position. Footscray 6 goals, 8:44 to Essendon, 6:7:43 as the ball comes back into play from that wing position. Knocked out that time by Merritt. Down he goes. A hurried kick down there by Hawker, and a good mark taken here by Ezard. A long distance out from goal on that half forward flank. As a lead, it's going across to Madden. As I said before, he's looming up as a dangerous player.
Van der Haar set to come back on.
He'd be about 45 metres out, and if Van der Haar comes back on, he can bet your life Groenewegen could come out too. There's the kick. Oh, it's a shocker off the side of his boot, but Lutz a fortune. But Thompson missed an easy one. This gave Bahajar a let in. Out it goes towards the wing position. Coming in to pick it up that time would be a free kick to Rod McPherson for one on the shoulder. Would have been a bit lucky. Took a while to pick it up. Marked out there. Was it out of bounds?
Madden coming off.
Yes, it's a penalty free kick to go to Hawker. Hawker's kick is over to the half-forward line. Players set themselves. Punched on by Footscray's defence. Going through his Baxter, gave the hand pass to the wrong man. Van der Haar's in trouble here. Picked up by Mail and threads his way through the pack nicely. The defence standing up well for Footscray up this stage of the match, and the ball is out of bounds on the centre wing position. A point the difference in favour of Footscray. There's 6:8:44 to Western 6:7:43. Into this quarter by 25.5 minutes just about. Ball back into play. Merritt and Purser. Knocked out by Purser. Grabbed by Purser again. A hand pass coming over. There's a chance for McLean to get clear. He's grabbed, but gets a long hand pass to Waller. Ross will go for another one over to Sewell at half-forward. He can nearly kick this one from me if he lets himself go now. He's gone for the long kick, looking for Beasley, off the top of the pack and through for 1 point. So it's 2 points the difference. Neither side getting that break. But by golly, this is a different Footscray side that we've seen for years. They're really hanging in there. They lead by 2 points as the ball comes back into play again. Ball hits the deck. Picked up by McLean, looking for a lead. That's a bad kick. It was smothered. Come back to Watson, who started off all right, but he's faded out since. Short pass. Picked up by Danaher. Danaher straightens up in centre field. Goes for a long kick over the half-forward line. It's off the side of his boot. Oh, Hawker lost that one. Complete side of it. Picked up by Vandhar. The ball shot down there towards the full forward position. Down goes Cordy. Did he get one on the back? Kicked off the ground by Baxter. Hardy fumble, an easy one. A kick off the ground by Williams. It could be a goal. No, it goes off at the last moment and through for 1 point. This is a game of thrills and spills. It's a crackerjack game. 45 plays 44 in favour of Footscray.
1 point the difference. Time on being played. We're nearly 2 minutes at a time on in the second quarter. A crackerjack game of football at the Western Oval. Mayland on centre wing. Former Carlton player goes up towards the half-forward line. Walsh went the knock on. Oh, thanks very much. Brian Royal popped it right in the goal. He's played a great game though, Royal, hasn't he, Lou? Been in everything. Looking for Beasley. Oh, Bahaja threw that one down to Bandlet. Donnell tries to get it out of the pack. Elshaw. He's got patience. He's a good long kick, this fellow. He's just about caught. Mayland. It's a great tackle, that. Shrugs Waterson. Mayland out wide. Looking for Edmund. Finds him.
By golly, he can pass a ball, Mayland.
Can he run? Who's Edmund trying to find? Beasley. Off the hands of Weston. Beasley still to kick a goal. And Weston's done a great job. 2 points his tally so far in the match. And that's the difference at the moment. 46 to 44. Danaher at the back. Outmarked by Neil Cordy, who plays on straight away. He's put it high. He's looking for Beasley. He's got the front posse.
Just the same, Beasley's been a bit stiffy today. He's worked very hard. It's the hardest I've ever seen him work.
Good mark, good use of the body.
He's a completely different player this year, Peter.
Well, I think the weather's helped him too, and his attitude is probably a little better too, I would think.
He was too easily brushed aside when he first came here, and particularly the last year or so. But now he's really bouncing back.
Well, he's got to kick this one. 30 metres out. Oh, no, he's missed it, I think, has he? Yes, he has. Shocking kick by Beasley. He can do better than that. 3 points the difference. 6-11 to 6-8. I think pressure accounts for a little bit of that today. There's a lot of it out there at centre field. Donnell brings the ball back in. Danaher, I thought, could have got a push out there, but the umpire says no free kick. Now he's found one going Footscray's way. And it will be taken by Neil Cordy at left half-forward flank. Cordy goes for a pass. Beasley. Royal. One ball. Snapshot with the right foot. Close. Looks a great goal from Royal. And he's dropped it close to half-time. And the scoreboard, as the siren goes, is Footscray 7-11-53. Essendon 6-8-44 at the Western Oval. It's the third quarter now from the Western Oval. Umpire Rowan Saws comes in to bounce the ball. Footscray lead by 9 points. They kick 4-7 to 2-5 in the second quarter. Merritt starting in the ruck, loses out to Purser. Purser gets first kick of the second half up towards the half-forward line. Knock on by Bandlet, picked up by Bahaja. He's kicked 1 goal already. Can he make it 2? Spins around, shoots, it's long, it's there! Shepherded through by Beasley, great goal. And what a fine start to the second half by Footscray. Bahaja putting through his second goal, 8-11 to 6-8 on Seven's big lead.
And that goal coming at the 32nd mark of the third quarter. A little bit of luck went Footscray's way that time, but good play by Bandlet. Knocked over that time with a little bit of luck to Bahaja. But you watch the good work on the part of Beasley, shepherding Weston out to allow the ball to go through.
Again illustrating the importance of getting it out of the centre. 15 points in favour of Footscray. 1 minute gone in the third quarter. Is this going to be the Bulldogs' term? Is it going to be their match? Knocked away by Madden this time. Picked up by Harvey. Harvey a little bit slow to try and get rid of the ball. Donnell fighting through. Winning out is Royal. Footscray again get it out of the centre. It's up the half forward. Bahaja loses out this time to, of course, his former teammate Thompson, who had a great first quarter. Waterson, he kicked Essendon's first goal. Folds around the boundary line. Intercepting his Purser. Can't get down to it. Clash with Danaher. It's left to Donnell. Donnell up towards the left half forward flank. Good pass. Izzard marks. He's gone for a pass likewise. Picked up by Baker. Van der Haar leading Kennedy in the race for the ball. If Groenewegen is fit, I'd have him back on. Hawkins decides to sucker it off the ground. Is left to Brian Cordy. Up the centre wing. Loose ball. Doesn't bounce favourably for Sewell. Bounces better for Walsh. He's gone for a hand pass and it's picked up by Hawker.
And Hawker streaks away from his opponent. Bounces and nearly lost it. Now he's in a bit of trouble. He could go down, but good play by... Oh, he said too far. So he went too far. Oh, nearly threw it away too. A short pass and a good one there by Mail and out to McLean. And the Bulldogs have got their tails really wagging as the ball goes up to Beasley with a mark. Oh, what a ripper. They're 15 points in front now.
4 marks to Beasley.
And he's yet to score a goal. That was a great mark. This will put him 21 points if he kicks his first goal for the match into this quarter by 2.5 minutes. They kicked their first goal in this third quarter at the 32nd mark, which gave them a 15-point lead. Now there's a big chance to put them 21 points in front from Beasley. Going for his first goal, and of course Footscray's 9th. Let's watch this kick. Oh, will it squeeze in? Yes, it's a goal. 21 points in favour of the Bulldogs. 9-11-65 Footscray to Essendon 6-8-44. And the Bombers are really in the hot seat now. A great goal to Beasley. But that was a bad bit of play by Van der Haar out there. Could have easily picked the ball up. Good mark to McLean. Lobs it up in the air, so he's got the best position. But he had to work his way into position there. And that's the value of playing in front. 21 points in favour of Footscray at the 3.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Knocked out by Madden. A chance for McLean. He's grabbed a bit high. He's got a free kick on the neck. Well, they're really going to town now, the Bulldogs, as they go back into attack out wide. This could be one here now. A mark. A great mark to Sewell, who's been a pretty handy player out there on that flank.
Footscray got it out of the centre every time.
Waiting now, Beasley giving an instruction there which way to lead, but I think he'll let him go for the long kick. It'll be interesting to see whether Beasley can mark this one down there in the full forward square. He better kick at the umpire, tell him to hurry up. Now he's made a lead. Beasley, out he comes. It's a bit too wide. Oh, he ran into trouble that time. Bumped into Hurd. Hurd goes down, got one in the head. Now Beasley with a hand pass to Wallace. This could be a goal. Oh, well smothered by Essendon that time. Good play with it, part of Thompson, but a bad hand pass. Plenty of Footscray players there. Spinning out the pack is McPherson. He's gone for a pass to Mail and he's marked it. He'll run to an open goal. He'll let fly. There's the kick on a try. What a ripper, a goal. Oh, the Bulldogs are hot. 10-11-71 Footscray to Western. 6 goals, 8-44. What a great start for this quarter, kicking 3 goals in less than 5 minutes.
Yes, and Footscray, as I mentioned just a couple of moments back, Lou, have got the ball out of the centre on every occasion so far in the term. They've got the goals up on the board. Malin's first for the match and his first as a senior player for the Bulldogs. And Footscray fans pretty happy at the moment. 5 minutes gone, third quarter. 10-11 to 6-8 on Seven's big lead from the Western Oval. Knocked down by Madden this time. Picked up by Harvey. Now it's the Bombers' turn. That slews off the side of his boot. It only travels a couple of metres, so it couldn't have been a mark. Footscray get it out of the centre again. It's Royal's turn this time. Royal goes long. Beasley dropping back. Could be a goal. Shepherded through. The second time this quarter that Beasley has shepherded through a goal, and that time it was put through by Brian Royal, his second. And so Footscray have kicked 4 goals in 5.5 minutes, 77 to 44. The difference is 33 points.
Well, that would certainly, it wasn't a bad kick by Harvey. He was under plenty of pressure there. Picked up beautifully by Royal. And what a great game this little fella's played. That's his 15th kick. He's had about 20 possessions for the match so far. 33
points the difference. Malin Or gets caught with the ball. Free kick going Essendon's way. It will be taken by Simon Madden. He's gone over the mark. Away he goes. He might have to come back. He will. He was over the mark when he grabbed hold of the ball, and hence umpire Rowan Saws correctly bringing him back.
They don't want to celebrate yet, the Bulldogs.
No.
They can come back, the Bombers. They've run out for that, Pete.
Not against this crowd. Weight being used between Madden and Edmund behind the play. Almost a mark to Danaher. Harvey tackled by two of them. Baxter shrugs one tackle. Well, Watson put the body in beautifully there. Chances for Elshaw. Now it's Williams' turn. Shot at goal is off target and out of bounds or a mark. Now it's out of bounds. And it will be a free kick to Footscray to be taken by Big Purser. Right in the left back pocket. Goes towards the defensive or outer side of the ground. Oh, towering grab. No, it wasn't a mark. Picked up by Wallace. Wallace goes for a short pass into Royal. Looking for kick number 16. Does it beautifully. Brian Cordy at centre field. Phil Maylan. Maylan, another hand pass. Footscray on light. Jimmy Sewell. He can kick long. He's usually pretty accurate. 5 goals to the corner to Footscray. And that's Sewell's second. And the Western Oval has gone mad. 12-11 to 6-8. 83 to 44.
Great third quarter by Footscray, and in that particular patch, certainly the best football of the day. The Bulldogs in that term kicked 7 goals, 2, and they kept the reigning premiers goalless, Essendon adding only 3 behinds for the term. Great effort by the Bulldogs before what was the largest crowd at that particular ground since 1976. Over 33,000 were in attendance. We pick up play now at the final quarter. The siren, Footscray leading by 50 points.
Ready to start proceedings. From the Western Oval, Footscray holding a mammoth 50-point lead as we go into the final quarter. Can Essendon come back? They were outscored in the second quarter, 7 goals, 2 to 3 points. Thumped away by Merritt. They've got to get a couple of quick goals, Essendon, to give themselves any possible chance. Gronewegan off the ground. Maylan played a ripper third term. 15th kick for Maylan, and of course, he did spend some time on the bench. Van der Haar. Only kick number 5 for him. Van der Haar back towards centre wing, and the mark is taken by Weston. Started at fullback. Weston to right half forward. And the mark is taken by Rod McPherson.
Quite a fair little game too, this fella, Pete.
Yes, he has. He's got a cross goal. Looking for and finding Wallace. I think we could describe Wallace in the same words. Lou. Hawkins. Daniels. Shocking kick, but of course he was tackled. Up to Edmund. Gathers it in well. Edmund high to Beasley. Beasley and Walsh. It's a wrestle. Chance for Hardy off the ground. Did the right thing to soccer it forward, but it's off target and out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw in left forward pocket for Footscray. $50 points the difference. 1.5 minutes gone in this final term. Sewell and Merritt. Bahaja tries to get onto the right foot, just about caught. Shepherd by Hardy. The budgie shot off target, I think, and it's rushed through for 1 behind. So 51 points the difference now in favour of Footscray. 98 plays 47. So both the grand finalists of last year getting drubbings this afternoon. Walsh. Danaher! Just can't drag it in. Royal. Van der Haar and Hardy. Out of bounds once again, left forward pocket at the 2-minute mark of the term.
51 points the difference. And a chance for Footscray to score here. It's only about 10 metres around from their goal. And they're really hot today, particularly in that third quarter when they kicked 5 goals in less than 8 minutes. Knocked out by Sewell. There we see the ball kicked back into play by Williams. It's a bad kick. Daniels runs to an open goal, fires. And there's touched right on the line by Walsh. A fine effort after Beasley was working hard on him that time. So it's 52 points, 14-15, 99 Footscray to Essendon. It's hard to believe, 6 goals, 11, 47. Last year's premiers. Out to Van der Haar and Purser. Neither can get that mark. It's Edmund and Van der Haar. Van der Haar's got a bit of the staggers there. He's grabbed Purser. Edmund, I should say, and the ball out of bounds. Because though he was falling before he got, he's only got 1 boot on. That's why, possibly. He's either lost one or found one. Ball thrown back into play. Knocked out that time by Merritt, picked up again by Royal. The ball up there towards the full forward position. Hardy got one hand to it. There's a chance for Edmund to knock it on. Coming into meters, Bahajar. Can he get there? He plays it on. He's got the front cross. He's trying to get a hand pass back to Beasley. Umpire didn't say, he said play on. Down he goes again. Now it's Hardy with a chance to score. Fires. It won't make that. There's a goal for Redmond. No, but it's off the pack and through for 1 point. This Bomber side's looking pretty sick and tired. 53 points the difference. And the Bulldogs going into attack all the time. It's been a one-horse race since half-time as far as Footscray concerned. Getting up too high. Even he's getting frustrated. Danaher, that very rarely happens. There's a go for Big Merritt. Bouncing the ball around the wing. Shoots the ball down towards the half-forward line. And a mark taken here by Weston. Weston would be about 60 metres out. Drives it up to the full forward position. Madden's got the sit, got under that one. Backing up beautifully. McPhirsty's kicked it off the ground, but it'll be inside the line, and it'll be a throw. I think he had plenty of time to pick that one up, Pete.
Well, it's a boundary throw in. The ball landing about half a metre inside the line. So it's Madden and Purser. One by Madden. Shot for goal by Waterson. Off target. Daniels. Comes out of the back line full of running. Long kick into the open spaces on centre wing. Who's going to get there first? Ball seemingly had backspin on it. Merritt puts out the hand, and that was played a free kick earlier in the day. It wasn't there.
Against McLean.
Harvey. Weston. Up towards the 10-metre square. Kennedy punches it through off the hands of the pack and through for 1 point to Essendon. So they're still to score a goal after half-time. The 21-minute mark of the second quarter actually was when they got their last goal, and we're now 5 minutes into the final term. So Footscray really doing it well. McPherson goes for a short pass up towards centre wing. Taken by Sewell from Edmund. Hardy. Hardy at left half forward flank. Short pass, that's okay. Footscray players everywhere. This time it's Wallace. Wallace steadies, goes for a pass. Beasley, yes! Well, he's only kicked 2 goals, but of course he's taken 7 marks and has shepherded through a number of other goals.
He's played a good game. He's been a very effective forward. Plus, he's had 3 opponents today.
2 goals, 4 I think he's kicked. Now he's a fair way out from goal here. Probably 45 metres.
Is the sign of confidence.
I don't think Simon's ever been lacking in that,
No,
has he?
I don't think he's behind the door that was handed out, Pete.
So Simon Beasley going for his 3rd.
That last word with an echo.
And Footscray's 15th. And it's through for a goal. 3 goals to Beasley. And Footscray cracked the ton now. 15-16, 106, 6-12, 48.
Westpac makes managing your money a lot easier.
15-16 to 6-12 at the Western Oval.
58 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs. Centre bounce, knocked back there to Danaher, playing at centre half forward again. Shoots the ball down to the full forward position. A mark taken here by Weston. He'll be about 30 metres out from goal. And believe you me, they badly need one. Well, that'll be the understatement of the year, really. They haven't kicked a goal since half-time. This could be the first one coming up now. Yes, they've put it through for their first since half-time. As a matter of fact, their first since the 21-minute mark of the second quarter. So the scoreboard. 15-16, 106 Footscray to Essendon, 7-12, 54. And if you just tuned in, by golly, I tell you what, you'd get a shock. We see the shot driven down there by Dano, making nice position. Was Weston to take a good mark.
It was left to the man that started the game at fullback to kick that goal too.
7.5 minutes gone, and the difference 52 points. The Bulldogs still doing it easy, but they don't want to loosen up a bit. Knocked out by Madman. Comes down, pushed on again, back to Danaher. Now the Bulldogs coming back as we see Harvey drive it down. It'll be a mark to Weston again. So he's got a chance to bring them back into the match if he can kick this goal. I know they're still a long way down, 46 points, but we've seen it happen before. Time to cut the birthday cake for Footscray. There's the kick on its way, and that's a ripper of a kick and another goal. So it's 46 points, 2 great goals to Western. 15-16, 106 to Essendon. 8 goals, 12-60, and we're 8.5 minutes into this last quarter. Good play on the part of Essendon, getting out a hand pass coming over to Harvey, and a lovely pass to Western, who made perfect position to take that mark about 35 metres out from goal. Running on the centre bounce again with 46 points the difference. Now the Bomber crowd are coming to life. But I don't know whether it's too late or not, but still we've seen funnier things happen in football than this. 46 points down. Can the Bombers come back? Knocked out by Madden. Kicked down there by Royal. A chance for Van der Haar to pick it up. It's finally picked up by Fowles. A bad hand pass over to Hardy. Driven down by Wallace up there towards the full forward position. The pack fly. Bahajar couldn't mark. It's pushed back now to McPherson. A shot at goal. That's the end of the ball game. So they're 52 points in front again. 16-16, 112 Footscray to Western. 8 goals, 12-60. And that's McPherson's first goal.
Well, Footscray very quickly answering the challenge after those 2 quick goals to Western. It came down to Wallace. Bahajar putting the body in well. It comes out to McPherson, and from 15 metres out he made no mistake. Daniels off and McLean on. Approaching the 10-minute mark now of the final quarter. 52 points once again in favour of Footscray. Picked up by Malin. Bandlet loses the run of it. Taken by Clark. He's gone wide towards the boundary line. Could even be too wide. Yes, it is. It's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick for Footscray will be taken by Wallace. Wallace pretty well on the right centre wing. 22nd possession to the Footscray centre man. He's looking for, no, he found Sewell, but he couldn't take the mark. Van der Haar out of bounds.
Not the greatest day for Paul Van der Haar. The Flying Dutchman's been sunk early in the piece when Groenewegen pulled him to the ground. Pete?
I tell you what, it hasn't been the greatest day for a number of his teammates either. Very full credit to Footscray, though. They've really taken the game right up to the reigning premiers and come out on top. Wallace, Hawkins, Edmund strong mark at the right half-forward flank, decides to play on. The Footscray skipper trying to find Beasley. Can't do so. Beasley got 2 hands to it. Bandlet, snapshot at goal, off target, and 1 point the end result. The former Melbourne player, Bandlet, having a scratch of the head, 16-17 to 8-12. He shouldn't have missed that one. Bandlet's already kicked 3. Started off well in the first quarter. Mark in the back pocket taken by Clark. Sewell, fine mark over the top of Van der Haar. 8 marks.
Handy play today, Sewell, out there on that flank, Pete.
Over the top of Paul Van der Haar, and that's not easy to do. In front, Simon Madden. Madden in the left back pocket for the Bombers. Taking to the Geelong Road end of the ground. 3-on-1 out there, and there's Sewell again. Almost in the identical position, right half-forward flank. Beasley making a lead. Ball chipped down to McLean, though. Van der Haar, late on the scene, gets it away from him. McLean regains it. Up towards the 10-metre square. Beasley's got the sit and marks. Bandit, goal, is it? It is!
You're watching Seven's Big League, part of the Nissan VFL Premiership season.
Only 9 points in it at half-time, but a brilliant third quarter by Footscray gave them a 50-point lead at the final change. Essendon came back marginally in the last quarter, but they finally went down by 41 points. Let's take a look at the stats on the match now, and we see that Footscray were on top in most departments, excepting the handballs and the hit-outs. From the match, the goal kickers, first of all for Footscray. Bandlet, he got 4 goals, and Beasley got 3. And for Essendon, their goal kicking was shared by Danaher, Waterson and Weston, and they all finished up with 2 goals. In the Footscray rooms after the match, I spoke to a delighted coach, Mickey Malthouse.
Well, the most popular man in Footscray tonight is Mick Malthouse. Mick, congratulations. Will that be your best win since you've been at the club?
Actually, that question was asked of me 2 weeks ago, and I said yes, the Carlton game was probably our best, but When I think about it, I think every game's important. Every game is fantastic to come off with a win. But today, I suppose it was the first defeat of Essendon for 1985. They were the current leaders. They were last year's premiership side, so it's a great win, yes.
How did you cheer them up at half-time?
Well, it didn't take a great deal of myself. It was more the fact that they wanted to do it. You know, we had a sniff. We got that late goal, which put us, I think it was 8 points in front. And it didn't take a great deal from myself, to be quite frank.
What's made the difference this year to Footscray?
Well, I think a lot of the younger players have certainly matured. Like, we're getting great value from McLean, Wallace, McPherson. Rod McPherson played today in the absence of Mickey Egan and played a great game. The injection of two interstate players who did very well, Hardy and Daniels. And, of course, the inclusion of two very fine VFL players in Tony Bahajar and Phil Molan.
Footscray on top of the world and